Do you sometimes ask yourself what the difference is between a high performance team and a team with a normal performance? And do you sometimes look for things that you can do to encourage your team and to make a high performance team from your team? What is good for the team spirit of the whole team? And what doesn't serve the team? So the first thing is to really appreciate every team member. I've already been talking about the roles of team members last week. And so one first step is really that everybody knows who has which strengths and also which weaknesses. And then not to focus on the weaknesses, but to focus on the strength of each team member. And as in an orchestra or in sports, to really know what he or she is good in, so that together you can really create something very great. That's the first step. The next one is to really have an open communication in your team and to give team members feedback as to what they are great in, and maybe sometimes also when you don't agree with them. The important thing is not to tell those team members, you are always late, but it's better to say, oh, for me, it's difficult if you show up late to our team sessions, to the meetings of our team, because I really prefer to start with everybody being in the room in time. So that's one thing, to tell people what you as a team leader would like to do. And this is valid for, let's say, normal teams as well as for project teams. The next thing you can do is to do something together. There are so many possibilities. Some of the teams, they just have spent an evening together and they cook together, or they go river rafting, or they go for an excursion. The important thing is that it really creates this team spirit and that everybody has to work together. So for example, if people are meeting for a cooking event, then that there are some small groups who prefer the first dish and the second and the dessert. And then even though there are small groups preferring several parts of the dinner, but together they have created the whole dinner. There are also some team exercises, and I'm very fond of them because it's easy to do those exercises. You can do them in your company and you don't have to leave the company. There's one that I really appreciate, and it's that each team member gets different information, and together they have to find a solution for a certain task. This really shows where the strength of each team members lie. If you do such an exercise, or if you go to another place with your team to spend the evening together cooking, it's always important to reflect what you did. So it's great to have fun, and it's very important to have fun in the team. And at the same time, it's also good to see, so what can improve? That's what sports teams and orchestras do, that they have a look on what can be improved. It's also good to already look at what is already working very well. The next thing that you can do is you can also ask your team members, what would you like to do together? And when you ask them, it's important that you do not immediately tell them that's too expensive, that's not possible, but to just kind of open the space and then to collect ideas, and then later on to decide, so what's possible and what isn't. And maybe there's a solution somewhere in between. So this also helps because team members feel seen and they have the impression, and not only the impression, that they can feel that you really appreciate their ideas and their proposal what to do together. Another thing might be to think out of the box. It can be a possibility already to go for a walk together. It doesn't cost very much. And it's also possible to do something that maybe is a little bit challenging. It shouldn't be too challenging, but maybe a little bit. So, for example, you could go for a hike, even though you have somebody who isn't really a good hiker, but then you can kind of have a look on what he or she needs and how the team can support this person. It isn't important who needs the support. It's important that the team really stands together as one team and that they say, yes, we want to support those team members who maybe can't walk, but they have other qualities. And so, for example, if the next event will be a cooking event, there are some team members who are very experienced cooks and others who aren't. And so really to see who can contribute what. It's also a good idea to talk a little bit more about private things. Not too detailed, but my experience is if I know people a little bit better, so for example, I know what they do in their leisure time, then very often I get another idea. One thing that you can do also in an online meeting is that everybody brings an item that he or she loves and to just talk a little bit about the item. Why did you bring the item? What is it that this item represents for you? And also as to online meetings, there are several possibilities what you really can do to increase the team spirit. The most important thing really is that you as a team leader appreciate each and every of the team members and that you care for them. We all feel if somebody cares or if we are regarded only as somebody who has to fulfill a task. Can you feel the difference? And that's what I mean with appreciation and working together in a peaceful way. To really know that my contribution matters. Very often I see that in teams there are some people who are very vivid and they are talking and they are producing ideas and all these things. And then there are team members who are very quiet. And sometimes they do not say a word. Maybe they are too shy. I don't know what. It doesn't matter what the reason is. The important thing is to really ask them, so what do you think about this proposal? So often when I'm working with teams and when I ask one of these, maybe I can call them shy members, of those members who are not talking so much, if I ask this person, so what do you think about all the discussion that your team has had so far? And what I hear is an analysis so detailed and so valuable that I always tell the team, yes, please listen to what this team member has observed. If everybody wants to contribute, if everybody really is committed, then your team can thrive. And then it's also possible to make the development from a normal team to a high performance team and to really make a difference in this world. So if you have questions, you can book your free strategic call. Maybe you would like to know something about the team exercises that I've been talking about. Maybe you would like to have some more ideas what you can do. Please contact me. I would love to support you. I would love to give you some hints what you can do in order to make your team a high performance team as well. I wish you a great day wherever you are and hope to see you next week. And I'm also very much looking forward to hearing from you what you would like to have as a topic here in Love and Peace and Companies Live. Have a great time. See you.